Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for a Genshin Impact stream that I was supposed to do last night after a terrible Spiral stream that didn't go according to plan, where like the game was just pissing me off, man. Like the enemies in the enemies in that game were really legit pissing me off. So like that really like put me on edge and just like shot my anger up through the freaking roof, and up goes the black controller. Gone. Like one throw to the wall, shattered into a million pieces. That was it. So that's why like I abruptly just ended the stream right then and there, because I was like, I just had enough. Because I was gonna stream Genshin yesterday after that incident, but I was just like, nah, I'm not doing it. I just can't. Oh shit. I forgot to do one more thing. Forgot to put myself as online. Oops. That was on me on my end. Ah man, dude. Like I don't know what. And I didn't even bother doing this at all. Not at all. I was just not freaking up for it. Ah, yes. The new banner has finally arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
There'll be an extra.
I actually can't wait to actually get the new character. I mean... Which... Oh, that's, Oh, this is the Chronicle banner. So that's the Chronicle banner. Oh, okay. It's not, it's not like the last one. Okay.
Ow.
Like... Anyway, so this is a topic that I wanted to talk about last night, but as of right now, let's
Ad Astra Abyssal.
we'll talk about it like, oops, this is wrong. We'll talk about it like after I do the commissions.
Exactly.
Or better yet, maybe I should talk about it now. Alright, so after the whole controversy or controversial game that was Texans versus Chiefs, right? There was a lot of calls the Chiefs got away with, and calls that should have never been called as a penalty, basically. Plus, with the officials not going by the rule book and stuff like that, just to favor the Chiefs, to easily just give them a freaking pat on the back and be like, we got you, like, don't worry, we're gonna protect you. Like, it was just ridiculous. I'll tell you that for sure. I mean, the way the game has the way the game has been played should have never happened that way. And I do believe that the game should never be in the hands of the referees. The referees should never, they should never have the power to decide the game. Never. That's where everything went horribly wrong. Let's put it this way. I've seen the Raiders get screwed by the referee. And it's no surprise to me. Like, shoot. I mean, after that freaking false start that the refs blew dead, right? But then turned it into a illegal shift and decided to turn it into a fumble and cost the Raiders the game. In which that was wrong. Let's take that for example. Because this is the thing. Like, when you blow a play dead, the play doesn't count. You don't turn the penalty into an illegal shift so they could decline the penalty so you could make a Chiefs ball. Even if there was a fumble, if you blow that play dead, no, should not have counted. No matter the situation. Even if you just call it an illegal shift and blow it after you blow the play dead, they still should have the ball regardless. But the way how the referees have been favoring the Chiefs so much is because they want them to get the 3-peat. And I'm telling you, this is no freaking superstition or anything, guys. I mean, the refs are legit, are the ones rigging the game and making up these egregious calls. You don't even know how, you guys don't even know how bad the NFL is getting.
Get to work. Get him.
And Roger Goodell's allowing that.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Like, should the refs be investigated? Yes. Should the refs be held accountable? Yes. And the reason why I say they should be held accountable is because of all these bad, egregious calls. I mean, here's the thing. It's so bad that it's getting to a point where there is no accountability within the officials. There's none. Take it from Brad Allen and his crew. From last year's season, the 2023 season, when he screwed the Cowboys, not the Cowboys, when he legitimately screwed the Lions over. Because
Show no mercy.
because the person didn't report eligible when he actually did.
No escape.
Wasn't done.
Yeah. Fulfill our pact.
Such a God miss. You're open.
How'd that felt? I think Fatso got the worst end of it.
Deep lolling. Deep papa. Get him. I'll race you there. Bet you can't keep up with Go Baron Bunny.
That was just yeah, that was just normal damage. Damn it, bro. I do have some, but not to a point where I kind of want to. But it is what it is. So anyway, it's like this. Other teams who face the Chiefs are scared to tackle because of the officials. And it's not fair. It's not fair to everybody. It's like, if Patrick Mahomes gets sacked and you call a roughing the passer on a sack, oh, that is going to make my blood boil. And I'm going to freaking call him out on stream on that because, you know, if it's a sack, it's a sack. All right? Even a long time ago, even if it was from a long time ago, if they still called that a sack, they would not call a penalty. All right? Because here's the thing, though. Patrick Mahomes is doing stuff that he should not be doing in football. Trying to, like, overreact. Flopping. Like, who does that in football? flopping so you can try to get a penalty, try to sell it. Like, come on, man. Like, are you serious? This is not the NBA, you idiot. Alright? You gotta be the biggest idiot on the planet to do that. And I can't stand that. Kid not be getting away with stuff like that. It's ridiculous. I mean, I've seen it all. As a football fan, I've seen it all. Doing everything you can just to get a freaking penalty. Alright? And even then, the officials legit actually did break a rule. When Mahomes fumbled that football on the snap. Because he had to pick it up. Once the quarterback picks it up, you are a runner. Once you're a runner, you're fair game. You are going to be tackled regardless. And because of the fact that when he slid late to avoid the two defenders collaborated with each other. And they got penalized for that. I'm still trying to wrap my head around, like, how the fuck is that unnecessary roughness? Like, if they both tackled successfully, if they were to tackle successfully, like, without the helmet to helmet stuff like that, and they were to call a flag on that, or roughing the passer while once he's a runner, I would freaking go berserk and call them out and say every curse word in the book against these referees. Big time. I would rip them to shreds. And let me tell you, you guys heard me go off on refs many, many times. And it ain't freaking funny. At this point, though, like, you gotta let the players play. You got to have a level playing field. Is what it is. All right? The players should decide the game, not the refs. All right, I'm gonna play a couple clips from ESPN, and basically, like, you know, Stephen A. Smith has some choice words. Let's go to no. Let me see. No, not this. Give me one sec, guys. Okay, this is what the head coach of the Texans had to say about this. Like, he knew what was going to happen, and I want you guys to hear what he had to say about this. So here we go. So let's play this clip. I got this on. Okay, it's on full blast. All right, here you go, guys. Here's the clip.
We knew going into this game, man, it was us versus everybody. When I say everybody, it's everybody. All the
I'll race you there.
whatever. Everybody, the naysayers, the doubt, right? Everybody. Everybody know how it is playing up here. You can't.
That's another player.
You can never leave it into the refs' hands, but I mean the whole
Joe
world
Mixon.
see, man, like what it is.
We knew it was going to be us against the refs going into this game.
Okay. So they knew. Everybody admitted to the fact that it was going to be against them and them against the refs. I totally agree on that. Like 100%. That was 2, right? I know this is number 3. Where's that last one? Oh, it's right over here. Yeah, so that's what happened right there. So, you know, like, the cost, the penalty should not have been called. Like I said, it shouldn't. That's why I say that the Chiefs, the referees should be held accountable. They should be investigated. Because this is the NFL playoffs, guys. The NFL playoffs should never be about the officials. I mean, I'm telling you guys this right now, that if the refs screw the Bills over this Sunday coming up, I will say this, whether people agree with me or not, it will be the worst NFL playoff season ever if the Chiefs three-peat. If they three-peat, it'll be thanks to the freaking referees. And I'm just tired of the referees deciding games like this. I hate it. I mean, the problem is this though, like, I've gone off on referees when the refs screw my team over so the Cowboys can win, but this is not the case this time, guys. I mean, this is next level stuff. Like, they can't keep getting away with it. They can't. I mean, I'm just happy the players are saying something. I am. But Roger Goodell needs to do something about this. He needs to do something about the officiating. And it has to stop. I mean, the other 2 divisional round games were not decided by the officials. Or should I say 3? But, like, here's the thing, though. What happened with the Ravens versus Bills game, and I'll say this, though. Yeah, there were a few bad calls, but did it cost the Bills or the Ravens the game? No, it didn't. Because it was earlier on. It was earlier on in the beginning of the game. Plus, what cost the Ravens the game was that 2-point conversion is what happened. But those 2 teams played their hearts out. Turnovers were a factor, guys. Turnovers for the Ravens were a factor. And that's the truth. Okay, so hang on one moment. Let me just play something what Stephen A's got to say. Just give me 1 second. Let me mute the mic real quick. Oh, actually, I love what the other host said. I forgot what the girl said, but I love what she said here in the beginning before what Stephen A had to say. But here's the thing: we're gonna go through what she said, and then what Stephen A says. What Stephen A answered her question. So here we go, guys.
We always hear that in boxing. Never leave it in the hands of the judges, right? Finish the fight. S.A., do you feel like the Texans have a legit gripe that Mahomes and the Chiefs get all the calls?
Respectfully, I do feel they have a case. that wasn't a targeted hit on Patrick Mahomes. Come on, man.
He went down late anyway.
And he went down late and what have you. That was a ridiculous call against Will Anderson. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, here's where the controversy comes in. And it's uncomfortable, but we're going to say it this first take here. You know, we're going to bring up the popularity of Patrick Mahomes because of his greatness. We're going to bring up the fact that he has box office appeal. We're going to bring up the fact that Taylor Swift, being a Chiefs fan, you understand, and the lady for Travis Kelce, don't hurt. We're going to bring all of that up. Now, that's not to say the officials go out there and are intentionally doing this stuff, but it ain't like an audience for the opposition especially doesn't have a reason to look at some of those things and say, what the hell is going on here? And if you're D'Amico Ryans, you can't say that. If you're one of the players, you can't say that. But ain't nobody finding me for it. Nobody finding y'all for it. I don't know. But I know that had no business being called against Will Anderson.
No,
I know there were several calls that were against the Houston Texans that were highly questionable. And what the Kansas City Chiefs have to respect is that there are people that's going to look at that and say, why is that? Why is that? Because there is Patrick Mahomes fatigue at this point. Because in spite of his greatness, we've seen him look greater, as y'all have both pointed out. And there's certain things that's just getting in the way that's helping the Kansas City Chiefs. Ain't no denying that.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Damn. I love what she said there, like, in the early going. Never leave a boxing match to the judges. Never. Especially if it's a good fight. Never leave a good fight to the judges. Never. I really love what she said there, and I appreciate the fact that she actually said that. But what Stephen A said is basically, there is a few things that I think, why? But Stephen A. Smith actually pointed those reasons. Just because Patrick Mahomes is good. Yeah, he's good, but like, yeah, they have a legitimate case. The Texans have a legitimate case that the refs actually screwed them over, and with these controversial calls. And it's also because, like, yeah, Travis Kelce's dating Taylor Swift, of course, and Taylor Swift's been going to every game. It's like, oh, it's like the refs are like, oh, Taylor Swift's gonna show up. Let's make sure not to make ourselves look bad in front of her. Let's screw the other team over, so that way the Chiefs can actually get into the next round. That's what I think. That's true. And it's also because Travis Kelce's dating her as well. But it's like, my problem is that, like, whenever they freaking tackle Patrick Mahomes, whether it's a clean hit, they get penalized. Even if it's just a hard hit, or if it's a sack and they call roughing the passer, on a sack, that'll be bullshit. It will be. And I'm telling you guys, if the refs continue to do this and they screw the Bills, I am going to call them out on the next day. I will call them out, rip them to shreds, like I always do. And, and this time around, I'm probably just going to make fun of them. Because I'm starting to hate the Chiefs more now. Because of this. It's out of hands, guys. Like, I'm just sick and tired of the fact where he gets sacked, right? And then refs will throw a flag for a bullshit unnecessary roughing. He's like, oh, I got tackled so hard. Like, throw a penalty flag. Man, stop overreacting and play some fucking football. You're like a fucking chump when you're doing that. Shoot. I mean, here's the thing. I've seen some pictures and stuff on social media. There's some stuff that looks like downright disgusting and fake. I'm like, oh, come on, guys. You guys are taking it too far. Okay? But, there are many ways to make fun of Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Okay? But let's not let's not go overboard with the inappropriate stuff, because come on, man, that's just going a little too far. Going too far. The difference between, I've been hearing about comparisons between him and Tom Brady, but there is no, here's the thing. Let me tell you something. Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, it's not even close to have a comparison. Okay? Let's put it that way. Alright? Patrick Mahomes does not have the status that Tom Brady had when he was the quarterback of the New England Patriots. Okay?
Where should I go?
Let's put it into detail here about Tom Brady. Okay? Here's the thing. Alright? When I was young, Tom Brady took hits. He took chances. I mean, he took sacks, hard hits, especially helmet to helmet. Helmet to helmet hits, stuff like that. Even when the chips are down. Did he complain about it? Hell no. He took the hits like a man. Alright? And you gotta give credit where credit is due. Whether you love Tom Brady or you hated him when he was a player back in the day. Alright? Like, I got to see him play growing up, basically. All the way up to now. Up until his retirement. Alright? Yes, he had won first 3 Super Bowls. Right? During the early 2000s. Yes, I've seen him take harder hits, like during the 07 undefeated season, right? And I've seen my New York Giants in the Super Bowl 42, Tom Brady, like the Giants, Michael Strahan, and that defensive line got to Tom Brady. They hit him, they pressured him, they sacked him, everything. They made sure that Brady got the pressure. They made sure of that. He took those hits. He took it like a man. He got back up. He never asked for a flag. Never. Alright? Like, any team who actually who hit Tom Brady super, super hard, where a roughing the passer is actually earned, is when it's earned. He never complained. He took the hits. He took those hits. He didn't ask for a flag. He freaking just got back up and moved on to the next play. He freaking told defenders like, hey, good hit. That was a great hit out there. You know, he had massive respect for players. All right? He was a locker room leader. A locker room leader. So you already know, like, his status already as a Hall of Famer. Patrick Mahomes is not even close.
I'll race you
All
there.
right? Like, seeing people compare Patrick Mahomes to Tom Brady, like, it's just ridiculous. Like, dude, he's nowhere close to Tom Brady's legacy. Uh-oh. Amber, you're gonna have to, like, move back just a bit, though, because... Because if Mawika's ability kicks in, it's over.
Full throttle! Line up a blazing sun!
Let it rain.
Did I wipe that again, Churl? Yeah, I wiped out the Hilly Churls. Usually I think there's 4. Oops. But, man, dude, like... Anyway, so let's see what Shannon Sharp has to say. Give me 1 second. Like, let me just make sure.
Hey, there's something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
Okay, this is usually what Shannon Sharp is saying, responding to Stephen A's answer. So here it is.
I don't think that, but this is what they have been instructed. When in doubt, if somebody hit that quarterback, throw the flag. Okay, we'll deal with it later. And we had the same thing with Tom Brady. He gets the call, and he does get the call. They're going to give the better quarterbacks the call. Cam been in that that didn't give you those calls. They didn't give you those calls. I'm sorry, Cam. I'm sorry. I'm sorry yourself. They didn't give you those calls.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Hold on. So
Add
Tom Brady
Astra
got called.
Abyssosque.
Remember, in that championship game against Kansas City, Chris Jones hit Tom Brady on the shoulder pass, and they said he hit him in the head, and he didn't come anywhere near his head. That shouldn't have been a call on Will Anderson. But
Thank you for completing today's commissions.
that call in the game. Are we really saying, how about protect your quarterback? Your quarterback did get sacked 8 times. You went for it on 4th and 10, Cam, and you get a sack and you end up at midfield. I get it. Yeah, there have been some calls, but they've also been calls that they were justified. People keep talking about that, the Cincinnati call. Right. The guy went over the guy's back. It was a penalty. Right.
Whoa. Okay. He mentioned about that Cincinnati call for that defensive pass interference, like, earlier in the NFL season. That, basically, right there, that was clearly a penalty right there. So, that was justified. I'm not going to lie. Where people said that, oh, that should not have been defensive pass interference. Unfortunately, it is defensive pass interference because when you freaking bump or shove the guy down, you're basically in the wrong right there, buddy. That is defensive pass interference, and you can't do that. That's where I defend the Chiefs there, where a penalty is justified. So when a penalty is justified, just like the Cincinnati Bengals pass interference, like that, there's no excuse for it. You commit that penalty, you pay the price for that. But when a penalty is so bad where it's in the wrong, then that is just in the wrong. It just changes the whole landscape of the game. Like, especially like in any sport. Well, except baseball. Baseball's very different. When umpires come and like make bad strike calls or like make a bad call on the outs and stuff like that. Well, basically, yeah, it'll change the outcome if if a runner's safe at third, clearly safe at third, and then like they call him out right there, even if he was safe by a mile. That can definitely change the landscape of the game. Yes. But that is very true. But let's continue what he had to say. I kind of feel like I'm like playing the whole clip there, and that this was not something I was supposed to be planning on doing. But
there'll be an extra fee for that.
Oh. In the Super Bowl, Bradford the fourth said, yes, I tugged him. He was getting away from me. I tugged him. And even though he said that, the fans like, nah, that wasn't no foul. Right. Yes, some of the calls that Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are getting, fans are getting tired of Kansas City winning year in and year out. That's what that is.
Well, when you hear a stat that fewer penalties in the last 10 of 11 games, that's a little alarming. Okay. When you also see Kansas City penalty yards, 319 yards versus the opponent penalty yards, 541 yards, that's a little alarming. These are not just penalties here. These are difference makers of outcomes of the games. It's happening on third down. This is a personal foul that
kept the ball alive, kept a drive alive.
That's keeping an already good team another opportunity. And just to say it, when you have conversations with people off camera, the NFL already rigged, let them tell it.
Yes.
Taylor Swift, they keep showing more Taylor Swift than anybody else.
Yes.
Then you got Caitlin Clark with Taylor Swift, and that's even more of a monument. It's like, yo, does the NFL really need Kansas?
I gotta stop right there. Like, yo, like I'm kind of getting to the point where it's like, okay, yeah, like I get what you mean. But let's not go a little too far. Onto what's said. Okay, that's enough. That's enough about that. But let's see here. But yeah, it is an issue. It is an issue within the NFL for stuff like this to frickin' happen.
If you ever have any...
There's a lot of us out there that are just tired of it. But as I said before, should the refs be held accountable? Yes or no? To me, I think the refs should be held accountable. That's my opinion. They should be held accountable. Because, like, you know, because here's the thing, though. Like refs have been trying to make the other teams look good. Basically. And they always attempt to rig the games. And, you know, and this, people say it's because of the sports betting. I mean, I get it. I mean, you know, to be honest with you guys, they should have kept making sports betting illegal. I mean, it should have been illegal in the first place. To be honest with you guys. It kind of like ruins the whole landscape. It's like, come on, man. It's so stupid. In so many freaking ways. It's not even funny. Like... Because I can't say anything like that because I don't do sports betting. I don't. I basically don't see... I basically don't see the point in sports betting. I don't. This one, yes. All right. Let's do a couple of test runs. But anyway, guys, but my God. At this point, like, I kind of feel like we need to, like, get to the point where football is actually football.
It's my lucky day!
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power for one.
Hide.
And yet they still use their golden boy for this freaking team.
Witness my rise. Transfixed.
Animal hypostasis simulation. Stand clear.
Rain cutter.
Laid bare.
Nice. Awesome. Oh, man. No matter what, MiHoYo is always trying to find ways to keep Bennett in the spotlight. like almost over 100 characters, and yet they still focus more on him when he's not on a banner. Except this one, actually. So this is good.
Don't get too close. Ha!
Stop right there. Hands where I can see them. By royal
Move it.
final warning. You asked for it. Midnight Phantasmagoria.
I got you covered. Ow, ow, ow!
Hunt them down. Into the shadows.
Want to spin like a spinner top? Well, I got something better for you, chump. Aw, are you serious? Like, dude.
Time to testify.
Done and done. That should get me up to 1,000. Now let's try her out and see how she is. This is the character that I wanted to try out for a while. I think she's going to be the only character that I'm going to pull for. But unfortunately, now it's just making it impossible for me to get a C2 Ganyu.
Up and away. Yeah. Ills be gone.
It's a lucky day. Farewell. Tell me what you see. Now this. There's more.
Shadow Raven. Let night
Just seeing officials in the spotlight a little more.
Swift as the swallow. Wings of darkness. Come, sever night.
Time to say hello.
Closing in. Dancing in the wind. Midnight Phantasmagoria. Flip and fly.
Prepare yourself. Let's do this then.
Witness the power of Gua.
Tell me what you see. Yes, you are.
She's actually pretty good. I can actually use her on my team. I'm loving this. So she's gonna go through a couple stuff. Okay. Alright. Alrighty then. Okay, so that's enough with this part of the stream. The next one is gonna be Spiral Abyss. Since, let's see. Oh, we gotta finish this event today. So, we're gonna do this event on the next stream coming up in about like 2 minutes, and then we'll possibly do Spiral Abyss. I'm not too sure about that. Maybe somewhere around tomorrow or Thursday, somewhere around those days, to do Spiral Abyss. I'm probably not going to do this, but maybe like off stream. I don't know. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be taking well, not a short break, but I'm going to be changing it up right now. So I'll be right back.